I'm having a hard time getting to sleep at night. I turn it on. And I'm out like half, 15 minutes. I'm having a hard time getting to sleep. Uh-oh, yeah, you didn't tell me that we were live. Uh-oh. It's showtime, Administrator Wright?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'd just like to start off our council meeting by acknowledging that we're on the traditional, ancestral, and NC territories of the Maui-Jimmy people. So 2025, second meeting. Let's get into the people's business. Starting off with introduction of late items. Do you have any late items, Mr. Wright?
No, Your Worship.
Do any of the councilors have any late items they wish to introduce to the agenda this time? Seeing none, moving on. Approval of the agenda be adopted as presented. Who would care to move that? Counselor Waymire? Oh, there, look at that. And second by Counselor Pringle. Any discussion? Hearing none, call for the question. All in favor? Pass unanimously. We seem to get through that one without too much controversy. Adoption of minutes. Would care to move that? This is the regular meeting minutes from January 6, 2025 be adopted as presented. Do I have a mover? Counselor Fawson, second by Counselor Pringle. Discussion. Seeing none, call for the question. Carried unanimously. Public and statutory hearing, seeing none, moving on. Not unless you guys want to come up and do a, no, okay. We can turn that camera around and you guys have lots of fun. Okay. What was that? Your unfinished business? Seeing none. Nope. 7 delegations, none. Administrative reports. We have a report on regional grant opportunity, emergency support services. And the motion is that the report from the chief administrator officer be received. Do you care to move that? Moved by Counselor Waymire, second by Counselor Pringle. Any discussion on that? Counselor Pringle.
I am in full support.
I think you got a winner there. I really do. And Counselor Waymire, Counselor Boston, you care to comment? No? You guys are good? Yeah. Any grant that assists our emergency services people, which is our fire department, and provides them with additional training or equipment and clothing, and it doesn't cost us anything directly as a taxpayer because it's through a grant, I'm fully in favor of. So I think it's great. I know we've seen this before. It's like a perennial item, and I'm glad that this council is fully supportive of it. And I trust that it'll be fully supportive this time around too. So at the no other discussion, call for the question. All in favor? Carried unanimously, which I thought, okay. And there's a second part to this, and I'll read it all out for you. The motion is that as part of the Village of Gold River's ongoing work in relation to emergency preparedness, that an application for financial assistance under the Community Emergency Preparedness Fund January 2025 Emergency Support Services for submission to the UBCM in collaboration with Strathcona Regional District, and that the Village of Gold River agrees to the Strathcona Regional District submitting an application on their behalf, and that if funded, agrees to the Strathcona Regional District managing the grant and being the recipient of all funding. That's the motion. Can I care to move it? Counselor Pringle, second by Counselor Foster. And that was a mouthful. Any discussion? Probably saying, yep, nothing. Call for the question. Favor, carried unanimously. Good. Reports from council. Counselor Fawson, you're up, sir. Anything you care to report, sir?
Thank you to the chair. Yes, I do. It's actually more of a request or for information, just to give information. I am needing to withdraw from the primary for the VIRL liaison, as it's the new dates for 2025 are conflicting with my work schedule as a pastor. So I'd like to be the alternate if possible.
And with the, so Administrator Roy, if somebody wishes to withdraw, what's the process for accepting the withdrawal and appointing a new member?
Council would just have to pass a resolution which redoing the appointments.
Council wish to do that? And who's the alternate on that? Okay, did you guys just want to switch? So be the lead and switch? Okay. And you need a motion and to do that?
Yes, because I'll have to submit that to the VIR.
Okay,
For the
so
record.
VIRL, the new lead on that would be Counselor Pringle and the alternate would be Counselor Fawcett. That's a motion. Who cares to move it? Counselor Waymire? I guess I could second. I'm not supposed to second. You guys care to second that? Okay, Counselor Pringle and all in favor? That's done. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you wish to share with the community, Counselor Fawcett? Thank you, sir. Counselor Pickard absent. Counselor Pringle,
Not at this time, thank you.
you great. Counselor Waymire?
Yeah, I attended the Chamber of Commerce meeting last Wednesday. Not, I mean, most of it was just regular bureaucracy sort of things. But I guess the biggest news is that Nita Lawrence will be stepping down as president and treasurer entering the new year. The next meeting will be February 19th, 2025, which will be their AGM at the Baymont meeting room. And yeah, so I mean, community engagement is going to be really big for them. They're going to look for all sorts of new board members. So it's a great opportunity to step up in the community.
Terrific. Thanks for sharing it. That's with us, Counselor Waymire. It seems like so close after the Christmas period that there's nothing really exciting to report from my perspective, but I do want to just acknowledge a program in town that's an outstanding program. We're very fortunate in our community to have it. It's the Nootka Sound Outdoor Program. And it's been with us for a long time, but I've never actively participated in. I got invited. The school's kind enough to allow me to participate in the class going out to Mount Washington to do their outdoor education. And it was, so I traveled with the kids. That was quite the experience. The bus is quite amazing. Yeah, people from down in Victoria could hear us as we're driving to Washington because there's lots of great music on that bus. But anyways, when we got there, it was really fascinating to see the program at work because they take the kids right to the outdoor environment and they do educational items with them while they're doing outdoor recreation. And it's just an awesome program. So again, I just want to thank Phil Parks, who is the principal for that program, for allowing me to come along and participate, and also the teachers for allowing me to participate that day. It was wonderful. It helped me appreciate how fortunate our community is to have a program like that in our community, and really, wish that I was going to school, when they had those programs. But yeah, so my compliments to the teachers, the schools, administration, and Mr. Parks for a wonderful day, and also a terrific program. Yeah. And other than that, I'll move on to information items. That's more information. So we've got 2024 planning report, and the motion is that council receive the 2024 audit planning report for information. Who care to move that? Councillor Fawcett, second by Councillor Pringle. Any discussion? Mr. Roy Chan, Noah Sad and Boats, they're the contracted auditors for the Village of Gold River. How long have they been providing audits for the Village of Gold River, sir?
I want to say this is their third year, possibly fourth. I'd have to double check of a 5-year contract agreement.
Great, thanks very much. Yeah, they've worked with us for a couple of years that we've been council, and I think they've been outstanding. I've really enjoyed working with that group as well as yourself and your team. Great, I'm really happy with this. I like this company. I like the work they do. I like how they do it. I like how they work with our staff. And it seems like our staff is quite contented because I see the company is back up on the back on the agenda again. So and there's the fee. for their service was, if I was correct, is 18,300? Okay. And that's considered to be very, cost, that's very competitive for that service within this community.
Yes, that is correct. And it is actually at the time we went out for audit tenders, we were being quoted by our previous auditor close to 40 grand.
40 grand.
Yeah.
For the same
this-
quality report.
For the
So
same-
that's about 40%, that's probably about 55% off. Right, that's the kind of work that I really like to recognize and acknowledge from our staff. Like, we put in so much money and approve the money, but they always go out and seem to find better deals for us within the market. So getting our tax dollars to go farther and taxpayers getting better bang for the buck. So I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, great. Thank you very much, sir. Any other discussion? No, call for the question. All in favor? Passed unanimously. Good. Work in progress. Are there, just that council received the work in progress for information? Can I get moved? Councillor Waymeyer, second by Councillor Fawcett. There's no items on there that I've seen that are really new. Is there anything that you wanted to comment on, Mr. Roy, and the items that are currently on that, just to update us on those?
Really not much to comment on right now. It's just finding the time to get one of them done that's been on there for a while. With the year end and a shorter staff member in the office, it's a little bit tight at the moment,
Yes.
but it is something I'd hopefully like to get done in this coming first quarter of the coming year here.
I take it this is a very busy time with you financially, where you're doing year end and getting ready for audits and.
Yeah, the auditors scheduled to come in by the end of February, so I have to get everything wrapped up and our financial statements drafted probably mid-February, so.
Excellent. Cool. And report of committees? None. Bylaws?
Your worship, you didn't call the question.
Did we
on the
did
work
call
in
for the
progress?
question? I was wondering about that. Could call for the question on work in progress. All in favor? Carried unanimously. Thank you, sir. And reports to the committees, nothing. Bylaws, this is just we've done first, second, and third on this, so this is adoption now. And I think we had some conversation on one item and the whole thing, so unless there's anything new, I imagine this will go through pretty easily. So I'll read it out. That bylaw number 613, 2025 water rates and regulation amendment bylaw be adopted, and that bylaw number 614, 15, 2025 sewer rate amendment bylaw be adopted, and that bylaw number 612, 15, 2025 trade waste and garbage amendment bylaw be adopted. Who would care to move that? Councillor Raymar, second Councillor Fawcett. Any discussion? Call for the question. All in favor? Good. Correspondence. Block correspondence. And I see that council received the block correspondence for information. Care to move it? Councillor Pringle, second by Councillor Waymeyer. Any discussion? I read it. There was no actions coming out of that I seen, which is more like an information item. Am I correct in that assumption, CAO?
Yes,
Right.
worship.
Thank you, sir. So, yeah. Anybody want to comment on that or we move on? No? Great. Call for the question. All in favor? Received. Unanimously. Good. No new business question period. Did you ladies have any questions for us this evening? No? That's wonderful.
We have
Is it
one online.
because we cover everything to your satisfaction, or no? Or yes? Oh, yeah. Pertaining to the agenda, right? Good. Okay, that's why we do it that way, so we don't.
We
get
have
too many
one online,
questions.
your worship.
Online, would you care to go ahead with your question?
Hello,
Hello, would you care to introduce yourself?
it's Jenny.
Name-
Jenny Riddell Waymeyer, 417 Donner Drive.
Oh, welcome, Jenny. What's your question?
My question is pertaining to the survey that went out in the mailbox this last week. I'm
Last
just wondering, last week, I'm just wondering if there is printed copies, because I've had a couple of residents come into the library asking for printed copies, and I would just like to maybe pick some up so that there would be access to that at the library.
Perfect. I'll actually refer you to administration because I'm not too sure on that, Jenny. Mr. Roy, would you care? to
Yes,
comment?
there are. We have some here at the office and I'm not sure where else they were put out in the community, but you can get some from the office here.
Does that work
Awesome.
for you? Does that work for you, Jen?
That's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'd like you to actually phone in and ask Counselor Waymire some really hard questions. I think that's what I would enjoy. I find that interesting and entertaining. Anyways. And if you need some help with that, I can help you. Just kidding. No notice of motions. We don't have to adjourn in council. We don't have to rise and report on anything. And a motion to adjourn this meeting be adjourned, moved by Counselor Fossen, Counselor Pringle. And any discussion on that? All in favor? Carried unanimously. Good, thank you, folks. I don't think I beat Counselor Pringle there on hers, but I think we're pretty close.